Hi my friends, this is Whitney with Faith, Trust, and Christ. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Today we are going to do a Disney Q&A. I left that little question box over on my Instagram page, and some of my followers over there asked me some questions. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I do post other content on there about Disney as well and travel, so go follow me over there. It's Faith, Trust, and Christ _ and we'd really appreciate you following us. Alrighty, so my first question was, what was your favorite memory for this past trip? And if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone because I can't remember all the questions, you guys, sorry. But what was your favorite memory for this past trip? And that is gotta be a little tricky. I've got a couple. So my first memory that's like core memory for me is my little girl on our Hollywood Studios day at the end of the day near Echo Lake. She is having a blast, dancing and just enjoying the streetmosphere, eating some popcorn with her orange bird, which she calls her ducky. But we certainly loved that portion of our day, and you can tell she did too. And then my second favorite memory from that trip was probably riding Toy Story Mania with my little boy. That was the first time we ever got to ride it, and it was a blast, and he absolutely loved it, and just it was really sweet. And so both of those memories the same day, but you know. And then probably my last favorite core memory is definitely spending time with my dad, just me and my kiddos and him on our third park day at Epcot. We went to American Adventure, and no, it's not something that's like a must do, but my kiddos were kind of done, and we just went in there to relax and enjoy it, and that was just like spending time with him and my kiddos and just enjoying one another. Core memory and very special moments that we got to spend time with my dad and my family on this trip. Alright, my next question is my kiddos' favorite rides. Let's see, my little boy, he typically goes between two right now, and his favorites are at Hollywood Studios, Alien Swirling Saucers. Every time we ride it, he just giggles and has the biggest grin. And then his other one is Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin at Magic Kingdom. And then my little girl, she's like my grandma, and my grandma Nancy, if you know my grandma, but she's very similar to her. She likes the slow moving boat rides, and so it's really sweet and special, but typically the Three Caballeros and It's a Small World, those are her favorite. She even enjoyed Living with the Land and like spotting the hidden Mickeys. That was really special too. Alright, so what is my favorite rides? Okay, I don't even know how to answer that question. Can we do like each park? I think I'll do that. So Magic Kingdom, you guys, you're gonna think I'm old, but you know, it's nostalgia. I'll pick, I love Tron. I do love Tron. That was so much fun. But like nostalgia purposes and memories is Carousel of Progress. It was my grandfather's favorite ride, and he's passed away. And every time I ride it, it's good memories that I got to share with him while we visited Disney World with him. So that's like my absolute must do for me and my family. And then I would say Epcot, oh man. So I love Soarin', but Cosmic Rewind is so good, you guys. Definitely, if you like roller coasters, absolutely a must do. So I'll go with Cosmic Rewind. And then Hollywood Studios. I don't know, I think it's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and I know everybody's probably like, what, not Rise of the Resistance or Slinky Dog? Those are good, those are really good, but Mickey and Minnie, I mean, still, it's Mickey and Minnie, it's their roller coaster, not roller coaster, but ride. I love it, and I love riding it with my family, my little ones. Now, Animal Kingdom. I love Flight of Passage. That's probably my favorite, but the next top is the safari ride with my kiddos. I just enjoy spending time with my little ones and enjoy watching them as they ride. Alrighty, my friends, so I have a bunch of questions about Genie Plus. I do want to say that I am going to try to get a video out to you, hopefully soon, we'll see how soon, about Disney Genie Plus, how it works, the ins and outs, but I will go over these questions for you guys. But to give you like a brief introduction, and if you are new here or you're not really big into Disney knowledge, Disney Genie Plus is the new skip the line service. Well, I say new, it's been around about 2 years now. It used to be Fast Pass, and Fast Pass was free. Fast Pass is no more, rest in peace. But it is now replaced with Disney Genie Plus. So you pay for it in the morning at 7 a.m. I do recommend, if you're going to purchase it at 7 a.m. and use it for all day. I do not suggest midday being like, oh my goodness, the crowds are long, I should do it now. You're not going to get your money's worth about midday. Now, in the morning, go ahead and purchase it, make that decision then, or even talk about it with your family before time. Purchase Genie Plus in the morning, and what you will do is you'll make your ride selection right then and there. Now, Disney Genie Plus prices fluctuate between $15 and $35 per day, and that changes because it fluctuates. And if it's on the lower end, like the $15 one, crowds are going to be less. If it's going higher, you're going to see more crowds. And that honestly might be a great time to purchase it, to kind of skip the line and get through those crowds so that you can get more activities and rides done. Now, they have changed it a little bit in the last 2 weeks. So each park has a different price. And as it is standing right now, Animal Kingdom is at the lowest price, then Epcot, then Hollywood Studios, and then Magic Kingdom. And then park hopping and Magic Kingdom do seem that they're going to be around the same price. But I'll let you know and keep you updated on that. But you can purchase it for those prices as well. I think it's, again, between $15 and $35. But we as a family do typically purchase Genie Plus, and we do that just because we've paid all that money to go to Disney, and we just want to get as many rides and attractions in as possible. Alrighty, my next question was, is it worth it? We think so. It definitely depends on crowd levels, definitely depends on you and your family. We think so just because you're gonna be in Disney how many times a year? Or once in your life, or a couple times. You just want to experience it all and get as much in as you can, and Disney Genie is a great way to just go ahead and get as much in as you can. So yes, you are paying for a little bit of extra magic, but is it worth it to our family? Yes. It may not be worth it to you and your family, and that's okay. Do I recommend you purchasing Genie Plus? I do, especially if you are on a couple day trip. If you are on a long, like 2-week trip to Disney, maybe not, maybe a couple days here and there. But if you are on a short trip, purchase Disney Genie Plus, and that way you can get as many rides and attractions in as possible. All right, my next question was, do we purchase the individual lightning lane or virtual queue? So we'll go over those just a little bit. So virtual queue is like standing in line virtually. So you will go to My Disney Experience app and you will see a virtual queue button. You can click on that at 7 a.m. and try to get in the virtual queue, and it will tell you if you get in line or not right then and there. Now, if you don't, I would recommend going ahead and purchasing the individual lightning lane. Individual lightning lane is separate from Genie Plus, and that is where you purchase for that single ride I think it's like $15 to $25, maybe even $35 per person for that ride, and you only get to ride it one time. Now, is it worth it? Maybe for some rides, and some rides not so much. Now, Tron and Cosmic Rewind, if you don't get that virtual queue, I highly suggest getting that individual lightning lane if you can. But if you can get in that virtual queue at 7 a.m. or if you are in the parks at 1 p.m. in that park where that ride is, Tron or Cosmic Rewind. So Tron's in Magic Kingdom, Cosmic Rewind's in Epcot. If you are in those parks, go at 1 p.m. and see if you can get the virtual queue. Now, if you've already done it, I don't know if you can get it in and ride it again. I'd have to check in for that for you all. But we typically try for the virtual queue, and then if we don't get the virtual queue, we will go ahead and purchase the individual lightning lane. That way we do get to ride it on our trip. So my next question was, what age do I recommend you to take your little ones? So this is gonna have to be up to you and your family. But for us, we're kind of like, they're up and walking and they like characters, let's go. Also has to depend on your finances. I will say that if they are 3 and under, you do not have to pay for a park ticket, which is really nice. And they can eat off your plate if they are 3 and under. So that's a very nice special thing that Disney does, and I do recommend that. Our first trip with our little boy, he was 10 months old, and then my little girl was a year old. We absolutely love those trips. I know they're not gonna remember those, but those memories to look back on, and our pictures and videos, super sweet, super special. I do recommend taking them when they're little, and then again when they're older if you can swing it. But that's just our personal family decision. But let me know in the comments what age that you went your first trip or took your little ones. So my next question was, what was my favorite food from this past trip? You guys, I love Disney food and Disney snacks. Like, it's one of my favorite things about Disney is because their amusement park food is so good. Not everything is amazing, but the majority of it is so good. Oh man, I will say restaurants. Liberty Tree Tavern is my absolute favorite restaurant to eat at. Love the Thanksgiving meal, it's so good. And then 50s Prime Time from this past trip, that was really good too. As far as like snacks, I still have to stick with my favorites. Gotta be the corn dog nuggets from Casey's Corner, absolutely favorite. And then Dole Whip, I love Dole Whip, it's so good. So let me know in the comments what your favorite food is or snack at Disney. The next question I had was, does Disney have any gluten-free options? Yes, they do. I was actually placed on a gluten-free, egg-free, and dairy-free diet for quite a few years, and thank the Lord though, I am healed now. But during that time period, we went to Disney a couple of times, and the chefs always made me feel safe eating their food. And so how it works is, if you're at a quick service or a restaurant, tell your server that you have an allergy. The chef will come out and take your order, go over your allergies. They will go back to a specialty kitchen, prepare your food that is, there's no cross-contamination, and they clean it before and after your meal, and they bring it out to you and see if it's any good. It's amazing, honestly. I have never ate at a restaurant, any other place, or even went to other amusement parks where they catered that much to food allergies. Absolutely appreciate them going above and beyond when you have a food allergy. So snacks for gluten-free and allergy-friendly. Just talk to the cast member. They will help you. If it is pre-packaged, just look on the back. It'll say if you can have it or not. Dole Whip is it's plant-based. You can eat it except for the coconut one. Coconut one does have dairy in it, so avoid that if you do have a dairy allergy. But Dole Whip, I think that's why I became obsessed with Dole Whip, is because I was able to eat it and not have to worry if I was gonna get sick or not. The next question, and my last question, was, is Saratoga Springs your favorite resort? No, and you can go watch my Saratoga Springs review and see my thoughts there, the full review. But because of the bus transportation, I'm gonna have to say no, because my kiddos are little and it's the only option for transportation. I would prefer a place that had multiple options for transportation. My favorite is the Grand Floridian because you've got buses, the monorail, and you can walk to Magic Kingdom. And you can take that monorail to Magic Kingdom as well as to Epcot, as well as boats. There are so many options with the Grand Floridian, and we just love the atmosphere. Plus, it's the flagship of Disney World, but we do not pay full price. If you want to check out my resorts video and see how we get that price cheaper through Costco Travel and David's DVC rental store, you can check that video out and see how that process works for that video. Thank you so much for watching today, and a special thanks to everyone who submitted questions over on Instagram. We really appreciated that. Also, like and subscribe, and if you have any family members or friends who love Disney, who are going to Disney, send our channel on over. It would really help us out, and we appreciate that as well. We hope you guys are having a blessed day, and we'll see you real soon.